Hey, this video is for Schaeff. Thank you for the quick response to my quick response. I've always enjoyed and appreciated your insight and your conversation. I like it when we don't agree, which I sit on my throne of righteousness and say, I am so superior because I like people who have a different opinion. Tell you the crazy fucking thing about, let's talk about the American Indian, or the indigenous persons, as the woke want us to say. Crazy thing is, you take the Seminole Indians, which we have here, and the allowance that they're allotted per year, and compare that to the indigenous people in, say, Wyoming, where the reservations are so ghettoized, and my understanding, people don't have a pot to piss in or a window to fucking throw it out of, and you see an enemy just that is wallowed and downtrodden in their defeat. War is an awful thing, right? I think we can agree to that. And I personally don't understand Israel. I don't understand the Gaza situation. I don't understand the Palestine thing or its claim on the nation. I do know that following World War I and further following World War II, when the mega powers at the time, and by mega powers I'm talking Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage before they split up, but no, the leading powers at the end of the war, dividing up colonial territories, creating animosity into the future for not only the countries that occupied those territories following the conflict, but the people who divided it up in the first place. The United States, Great Britain, France, you name it, man. It's all a damn shame that I think leads down to fundamentalism. So if you take religious fundamentalism, we'll start with Ireland. In the North Country during the Troubles, fundamentally is my Protestant religion opposed to your Catholic version of the same faith, so severe that you and I do not get to both exist on this earth because of our fundamental differences of belief. So it is with the core Muslim tenets and the core Christian tenets. You know, what do you do when in your holy book it says you must strike down the people who do not agree with us? Or if one of your leaders uses this holy book and says you must strike down the people who do not believe what we believe, where's the resolution in that? You know, can you have those people achieve a spiritual awakening? Do you get to respect their beliefs, you know, to the point of, man, I'm going to go there. Abortion. If you believe that life begins at conception, and you believe to your actual bones that an abortion is the murdering of an individual human being, how can you resolve that? How can you resolve that situation? How can you react to the end conclusion? You know, you condemn fundamentalism, we condemn radicalism, what if they're right? What if life did begin at conception? What if a love embrace of intercourse, how special and spiritual of that is that to bringing a human being into this world? What if you believe the existence of an apostate chips away at the core tome of what your true beliefs are, down to the bone? How do you eradicate that hatred? Can you end it by obliterating the messenger, such as what was tried during the Crusades? Literally having people believe that they were bringing down holy Jerusalem, and the conduction of such war absolved them of sin. And then the counter of that on the Muslim side was preventing the infidel from occupying Mecca or the other holy places. It's a crazy ass situation, my man. Crazy ass situation. I'm relieved that it isn't my call as to how to resolve it. I have my own principles. Take the offensive made against Israel, according to the news, posed from the Gaza Strip. I believe they would have a right, from a criminal standpoint, to bring the individuals to justice who committed crimes against their nation's people. Is the answer the bombing of locations with the resources of small unit tactics and that sort of thing? I think there's other conceivable resolutions to this beyond wholesale bombing. First and foremost, I feel that it's important to remember September 12th, 2001. That was the day when the world loved the United States. They wept for our loss. They vowed to support us in our pursuit of justice and our pursuit of security. Now, that support was dramatically withdrawn, I want to say circa 2003, when we launched an offensive to Iraq, to occupy Iraq. Were we doing something right between September 12th of 2001 and that hallowed day on 2003 when we put boots on the ground in Iraq? We must have. We were using our Green Berets and conducting clandestine pinpoint missions. I don't know. It reminded me of the most effective approaches we had in Vietnam. Say if Vietnam was justified, by all accounts, the special forces, the SOG groups, the Green Berets, and the Navy SEALs were extremely effective in their operations. Now, were those operations only effective because of the baseline offensive? I don't know, and I don't know anything of war. I know very little of tactics other than video games and the movies that I've watched and my own imagination. But I'll tell you one thing, as it pertains to war, it'd be a hell of a thing if people didn't want to commit violence against their fellow person. If it didn't come to a violent action, that'd be great. But you know, what do you do when an individual's core belief is that the mere existence of another person detracts from their moral compass? It pulls away from their moral understanding. Hell of a thing. Hell of a thing.